Hello my friends and welcome to another battle replay video on my channel. My name is DragonHeart, the Prince of Wales, and as you can see we are just coming out of the plane and we're diving. We're nose diving right down, and what I want to do is ask you a quick question before we get into today's video, and that question is, what place do you think I'm going to finish in this video? Now in the last video, which was the first battle I ever did, I finished 9th, which I was quite proud of. I think I was a pretty decent finish. But I want to know what you guys think, whether you think that I can do better than 9th, whether you think that I'm going to get shot straight away. Now as you can see, the one giveaway I would say is, at the bottom we've got the time bar. It does say 32 minutes 54, so make of that what you will. But I'm not going to spoil it until we get to the end of the video, guys. So you can see right now, if I bring the map up, we're over this side of the island here. And there's quite a few players around us. We've got about 3 or 4 all within 1,000 kilometers, so this could be quite difficult. And as you can see, I've totally messed this up. I've gone and landed nowhere near buildings. I was one of the last ones out the plane. Can't really see anybody else in the sky, and I've landed on the coastline by here. Probably not the best place to go, if I'm being totally honest. So what we're going to do, we're just going to sit back and relax and see what actually happens. I'm not going to show the full 32 minutes because that's just going to be painful to watch. Believe me, I know that. I am a content creator. I know full well what I think might be good and bad content, and I think showing this in the full scale of 32 minutes may be quite bad. I'm also trying to get to grips with the camera as well, so a couple of tips for you guys. WASD to move the camera around, and obviously the mouse cursor to move it. I can press the left mouse button to spectate or the right to follow. If I click right to follow, you've got this camera by here, so you can sort of move it around like such, or if I press the left click, I can just follow it like that. I quite like this view. I think this is quite good. You can see your sort of surroundings. So you can see I go into a hut by here. I get myself my sort of basic loot to begin with, or I look for my basic loot. Not an awful lot here in this first hut, so you can probably gather what I'm doing. There's no other players around me, at least I didn't think there were. There are, but they're actually on the other side, or the right side of the circle. I didn't actually know this, but there's actually players on the other side of the island by here. So I'm going to actually go over there and have a little look at what's going on there. If I click, oh sorry, if I come out of this for a moment, that's caught my attention nicely. So if I fly over here, I can actually see players running around. This is the beautiful thing about this mode. You can actually go around and see what actually happened in your battle. We've got Pro 100 Heph by here, who is going around the island. We've got another guy up here, so I want to see what happens if it's going to be a firefight or not. I'm curious to see what happened with these two players first. So this player looks like they're quite loaded up here. It looks like they probably spot that other player. Maybe not, they got their back turned. I don't think these two people know each other is here. There's 60 people left already, and we're only 4 minutes 20 into this battle, so interesting stuff. But I want to see what actually happens here, whether any of these players actually make it into the circle, because you can see that the circle, it's got 2 minutes 30 remaining. That Pro Heph hasn't come up here. They're going back down the coastline. We've got this person by here, Don, we're going to call him. Don Zhao Zheng Sheng. Don and Pro Heph on this island. There is a dead body, I think, around here somewhere. Pretty sure I saw a cursor with a dead body. Down here maybe. I'm still getting grips with it a little bit, so these videos are a learning curve for me as well as you guys. Are there any boats around here? There are actually a boat there. Is that the only boat off the island? I think it might be, actually. I think there's only the one boat, so the other person's probably leaving it too long. Bear in mind, half of that island is within the sort of circle, so it's not that bad, to be fair. And yeah, Pro Heph are going to get on the boat. They're going to bugger off. They're going to leave this part of the island here. And Don are going to be left to, well, they're going to be left stranded, basically. Which is quite an interesting sort of concept. You're right to the border by here with the zone is as well. So yeah, Pro Heph's going to leave. And that's quite interesting. So you're probably wondering where I am now, what I'm doing. If I bring up the little cursor, I've got a gun now, as you can see. I've got a shotgun. I've got myself, trying to think what gun it was actually now. It's got the 5 rounds, can't remember exactly. But I got a shotgun, I've got a pistol, and I got an automatic weapon here. So I got a few guns. I got a mask, a gas mask, not the best of guns. I haven't got any armor though. I don't think I've got any grenades either, so not the best. But I'm making a run for it, and that boat has gone the other direction, fortunately for me. And that other player that's on that island, I'm assuming they're just going to be trapped over there because they haven't made any time or making their way over here at all. They're still on the island. Pro Heph has now made it to this road by here. And this is what I was scared about. There's a couple of players up here. Let's find out what actually happens. This person's got a shot on the other person. A couple of shots in, maybe. He's going to crawl away. Smoke is right below him. Actually get the follow cam up. Smoke is down there. Anto is on the rocks. I could hear this gunfire from the other side of the rocks where I'm based. I'm just behind them there. So I was shitting myself. I didn't want to come forward. I didn't want to sort of get involved in that kind of fight. So I want to see who wins this fight here. This is the thing which I love about this mode. The fact you can go back and watch the battles and see how other players outskilled each other and who, well, not necessarily who wins unless you win yourself, but because you only get to see up until the point of your death. But you can certainly see a big fight like this. Is 32 minutes of content by here. Obviously, it's got to be within the radius which you can view, the part which highlights. So I can watch any player within that sort of 1,000 kilometer or so view. I think it is. The circle's now starting to come in. Don needs to leave our island quickly. Smoke is camping in by there. We've got Anto, who's got his gun out by here. It's a shotgun, I think. He's got a shotgun. What's our rifle? The thing is, I'm not very good with guns. I'm trying to work it out myself. Looks a bit glitchy from here as well, but he's got his gun. We're in the city of Impala by here. I'm still slowly making my way up. I was happy enough to sit here though because I'm in the circle. My concern was sort of getting up from there to here and not getting shot by anyone. Smoke has actually left his zone now. Smoke's gone over there, and this person, Anto, has just left them completely and has not sort of found where they are. So what we're going to do, we're going to pause it here now, guys, to give you this scenario. There's 43 left. We've got Anto there, Smoke there. We've got Dizliker down by here, and I'm just over by here. That's where I am. I'm in this house at the moment, and we'll skip forward now and see what actually happens in the next few minutes. Okay, so we skipped ahead now. We're on the 12th minute here. I've got my mouse cursor here, so I'm just going to go around and use the cursor for the remainder of the video while following me. So you can see exactly what I've done. You can see the players listed by here who are nearby, and it comes up on the map as well with a name. So Anto's still over there. I'm just going to crawl up the side of this cliff by here. I haven't got the best of weapons, but I'm happy enough with what I've got. I'm just looking for another building to loot and not sort of come across any other player. So what we'll do, we'll skip ahead now a few minutes. Dizliker's down there. I remember this part quite vividly as well. Dizliker's down there. The circle's going to be closing in. I'm just to give you an idea where the circle is. The blue one is there. The white one's by there. I have a long, long way to go. Oh, don't want to do that. Let's go back to me. There's a player in there called Dizliker. And I've just ran past him. This is quite funny. This is quite funny. So Dizliker's behind me. There's a car then that goes right past me. It's Dizliker! He missed me. He didn't know I was there. I shat myself because I thought, oh god, he's going to get me now. Of course, this place though, is no buildings here and stuff. What can I loot? Well, we go in. We do have a little look around to see if there's stuff we can get. There are stuff here we can get. There's guns and stuff. So this person didn't loot this place very well. I was quite lucky and quite fortunate to avoid him because that person could have killed me quite easily probably from there. Although that being said, I probably could have taken an opportunity to try and kill them, but I didn't know they were going for the car, you see. I just heard the footsteps and just was quite cautious. So that's what happened there. What we're going to do, we're going to go forward now to a little bit longer. I'm just making a run for it by this point, so I'm running. Smoke is still in the vicinity. Smoke is further ahead, he's left Impala. We got nobody else in our sight apart from me and Smoke. Smoke's just going to go for it, go for Los Leons, and I'm just far behind him. I'm just by my own, just running. I was quite confident that if I ran for it, I'd run for it. And within the last 30, as you can see, there's only 28 left. I was quite happy with that, so I was quite happy just to go forward and just make a run for it. So what we're going to do here, we're going to skip ahead until we get to the zone. Keep going. Didn't have my head there. I'm taking damage from the circle, but I'm not too far away. It's only 24 left now as well. 23 left, and I just about get to the circle by here. So we just skip ahead here, and you can see I'm taking heavy damage. Taking heavy damage. A lot of players now. Protep is still alive. Smoke is still alive. Dizliker is still alive. Players I mentioned earlier. They've all gone here. I'm just quite fortunate I'm coming in at the back end of all of this. I'm not within the sort of radius. Dizliker's gone left. Protep's gone left. Smoke went right, and I'm by here now. I'm healing up, and I was quite happy with that at this point. So if we go forward slightly longer, make a run for it, we get into the main town. We've made it to the main town. I got my head. What the hell? There we go. Got my head. Got it back eventually. And just to paint the scene for you, we're in this little shed that's just by here. We're just inside the circle. I could hear players fairly close by, and I could hear the shooting within this town. I didn't want to, I didn't want to get killed by anybody, and certainly alert players. People are still alive. They've all got their own space. So Veeks is here, Dizliker's there, Protep is there. I'm there. Klim has gone up the road side. Probably quite dangerous going by the road. This player with a lot of numbers is up here on his own. Smoke is still outside the circle. He's going to come back in. I assume by the point that comes in on him. Got some other players coming in. Obviously the players are converging now in the same sort of area. So that's what's happening there. So if we get into player sort of view by here. What am I doing? Pressed the wrong button then. Apologies. Let's click on me. There we go. Still trying to get used to this, to be honest with you. So that's sort of my view right now. So we'll skip forward again. We've got our ammo. We do have a head, I swear. We're down to the last 15. We've made it quite far. We're doing quite well. We've got a minute for that circle. I realise at this point I'm just going to have to run for it. Bri decided to go on sort of the outskirts by here. So I'm running down the map, so to speak. I'm running down the map. That's going to be coming in. That's what I got to get to. But my strategy, which is quite a sound strategy, I think, was to go around the buildings and take anybody out here and get away from the main town. Protep and Klim are getting close to each other. I imagine there's going to be a fight with those two in a moment. Just like it's in the middle of a road or in a building by here. And we're just trying to get over that side. It looks like everybody else is behind me. Oh, Smoke is still up here. These players, have, you know, they're not trying to get into combat with each other until they're forced to, I guess. So we've come here. So if we skip ahead, you can see where I'm making my way now. Protep's coming to the circle. We're down to our last 13. This is quite dangerous stuff. So what I'm going to do, when I get to the last few minutes, I'm going to actually show you probably the last 5 or so. I'm inside the circle. We're on me now. This is quite interesting. So we're going to let it play now for the remainder of the battle, or for at least most of it that I think is quite interesting. Bear in mind, you know that I got a shotgun, not the best weapon from long range. Circle's closing in, and it's stopped right by there. I'm thinking, great. And then I remember saying to myself, I wish I had a sniper rifle right now. I can see players moving. I can actually see players. You can't see them at the moment, but you will in a sec. So there's a player just to the right-hand side. If I show you on free cam, you can see there's a player called Mak Feng Jiao on the right-hand side up there. And if I just skip ahead slightly, Klim runs down here. Down to final 10, by the way. Klim runs down here. And my eyes lit up, and I'm thinking, holy shit, I can actually get this guy by here. I can actually kill this person, Klim. And then I looked at my gun, and I thought, no, I can't. No way. I could rush him. I don't know where I am. I could just go in and rush him. But of course, if they're third person in. But then I heard that gunfire in the background. I shit myself again. And decided it'd probably be a good idea not to. So that's what happened there. So we skip a little bit further forward. I do come off this mountain, as you can see. If we just try and get ourselves in a position here, we can actually see the battle properly. Whoop. Still trying to use this camera as well. Could really make some good like cinema montages if you want to with this sort of camera. It's really cool, especially if you've got like cool kills and stuff to actually show. I think it's definitely worthwhile. So yeah, down to our last few minutes of the match now. There's 7 alive. I've done really well by this point. That circle's coming in slowly. It's coming in. It's coming in. Gonna actually follow me. I'm running. There's players up ahead now. I've done really well to not get any conflict so far. It just goes to show. I get out the circle up there quickly. And I'm thinking, oh my god, I've got no cover at all in this bloody place. And there's someone behind every single cover, more or less, isn't there? And if anybody makes a run for it, you know you're going to be gunned for. I kept thinking that all the fighting was by that sign, but I saw a player up there. I thought I could try and take a shot at that person. Probably a bit too far with the shotgun. I don't go for it in the end. So I sit tight. I look at where the next circle is going to be. I know I have to move, so I decide I'll take this opportunity while there's firing on over there to make my movement, which is what I do. I make my movement. I go past the fence by here. I stay on the perimeter of the circle, willing to take damage if I have to jump down there if I need to, because, you know, it's only just by there. But then this is perfect for me by here, because, like, oh, cool, there's actually pretty good cover here. Pretty decent cover. Don't actually have to get involved in any sort of fighting at all. On this side, nobody can really see me. I was quite concerned that someone would come in from behind me, but it's probably been a bit too long. By this point, you know, if anybody was coming from behind me now, they'd be dead because of the circle. So I was quite happy. 7 alive. By this point, I'm just jumping for joy because 9th was my best, which you've seen previously. 7th, I was happy to have that. but I didn't really have the best equipment. But of course, sometimes it's about a bit of luck as well, this game. Can you win it, or, you know, or you're going to lose? Circle starts closing in now. I'm thinking, right, I have to run for it. So I make a run for it. I see that rock. I think that rock, I might just be able to get in the circle if I get to that rock or near enough to where that rock is. But I go around the outside of the rock, just in case anybody that side. I jump down the hill. And I'm inside the circle. I just about squeeze my butt cheeks in by here, and I make it. Oh, look at that, just inside the circle. Now if I go on to free cam, if I can actually get this to turn, I'm still a bit useless at doing this, but we can do it this way, it shouldn't be an issue. So there I am by there, 29 minutes, a few minutes to go. I'm safe enough where I am. You've got Jordex, just like, look at this. Jordex does like ADIK, McFen Zhao, all in that sort of building over there. I'm the only one over there. This is the final 5. The final 5, and I'm there, and there's 4 there. So we're going to go in now, and you can see someone just got killed by a rifle. There's still firing going on. And there's final 3. McFen Zhao, Adik, and me. I'm over there, and there's 2 there. They're all probably thinking they're in their encampment. I couldn't believe it. Final 3, I'm well made up. So I'm going to skip it forward now. You can see I make my movement, I make my run. And this is quite funny, this is. I run for it, hoping not to get seen. I've made it, and I actually want to show my view for this. So I'm looking up there. I'm here. I'm thinking, holy shit, I could win. I didn't know there was a player over there. I assumed they were there, because it's pretty obvious they're going to be there, though. Got my shotgun loaded. And I'm happy to sit tight in this little ditch. There's 3 left. I'm happy to sit tight and not actually get involved unless I have to at the moment, because I might just luck my way into a victory here. And if I got a shot on, I'll take the shot on. I might, you know, I don't know. For all I know, only 1 shot could kill them. They might be weak. They might have taken damage already. They might not have med kits or bandages or energy drinks or anything. So they could be like 1 shot and done. So that's just sort of what I was waiting for. Because I assumed they're going to have AKMs. They're going to have much better guns than what I've currently got. But I got a shotgun. Point blank range is going to be pretty effective, isn't it? So we're here now. The final minute. We're in the final minute of the battle. I know I'm going to have to make a run for it soon, because that circle's going to closing, and I'm the furthest one away from the circle now. They're all actually in that circle and I'm not. So I'm thinking, okay, I need to make a run for it. Maybe they'll kill each other and I can get a victory that way, or maybe that circle starts coming in so slowly, ever so slowly. So I'm creeping, I start taking damage. I then see the player by here. I get ready to pull the trigger and I die. I died. I was so gutted. I was so gutted by that. But at the same time, I was happy. There we have it, guys. So I'm going to end this here now, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I've been DragonHeart, the Prince of Wales. Thank you for watching. Until next time, goodbye. Thank you for watching the video. I want to say a massive thank you to all my patrons and all my sponsors on YouTube Gaming. They're currently on the screen right now. For more information, check out all the links in my description and check out the links on the screen as well.